What's up, guys? It's the Digi Bros here. Today we actually participated in our first Digimon Tournament online. It was really cool. It's hosted by Card Magica, and they were giving away this cool 2-player mat. It was free to enter, so we just wanted to play and see how well we could do. Unfortunately enough, you guys saw our box openings. We didn't get the best pulls. So this deck, we worked with what we had. Obviously, this isn't the most maximized variant of this deck. It could be a lot better. Like I said, we did work with what we had. We did all right. We got 10th place. There was about 44 people who entered, and so we got top 10. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, we're just gonna go and hop right into the deck list. I'll talk about things that I wish could be different. So first played 3 Puppetmon. Wish we played 4 Puppetmon for this. It would have been a lot more consistent. Would have seen it a lot more. So yeah, like I said, this is one of the things I would change is playing an additional Puppetmon. Moving on, we had 2 Machine Dramon. Machine Dramon was okay. Like, he wasn't bad, he wasn't great, he was just okay. Certain situations, like, he was like really good. Like our first matchup was against Purple, and he came in and he devolved. Was it Venomigosmon? Or it was, we used him to devolve something, and he's pretty good. But unlike Puppetmon here, Puppetmon will like get you an extra turn. Machine Dramon will not. You're giving him a bunch of memory, and he doesn't even like solve the problem. So maybe this. Actually, I wish this was Volcanic Dramon. Probably should have played 2 of him instead of the Machine Dramons. But it's just something we wanted to test out. Yeah, like I said. So probably 2 Volcanic Dramons, 1 more Puppetmon. Moving on for our level 5s, I played 2 Cherrymon. Cherrymon was okay. He was okay. I know what you're thinking. You're like, yo, you're playing green. No Rosemon, no Hercules, no Rusty. And that is correct. We're going for like a turbo, kind of really aggressive kind of green build. Kind of a Rookie Rush. Not really as much Rookie Rush, but I wasn't straight up Rookie Rush. Like, they got like purple ones and the blue-green ones. This wasn't that. This was just like a aggressive green deck. Tried to maximize this card right here, Digitomon. So like the theory was you could use these and you had Mimi. Mimi could bring out some more Digimon for you, and then you would gain a bunch of memory with these, and then you drop more Digimon from your hand. You're really aggressive at the start, and then you drop one of these big boys on them. So even though you're borrowing memory with these, if you're maxing out their memory at 10 with these cards, it kind of negates the effects of these. So you're just getting a bunch of memory for free, and then you'll play it down with your rookies and stuff, and you drop like a Puppetmon or like a Machine Dramon on them, and then it like bumps them up to 10, and that's really it. So you don't really get the downside from using these. So that's the idea. So these were our level 5 greens to go with Mimi. Cherrymon was cool. He's a blocker. Digitomon, just getting us extra memory so we can do some more stuff. Level 4s. This is another region where we just didn't have like as many of the cards as we wanted. Ogremon was good, and he wasn't good at the same time. Ogremon being 4 to play from hand. It's actually really important because there were times where I had Mimi on the field. I would start my turn at 3 memory, and I just didn't have a level 3 Digimon in my hand. I hatched my Digitama, and so I could play this from my hand, leaving my opponent with 1 memory. Where if I, it was just this and Digimon, I did that with both of these. They both cost 4 to play from hand, where I would just drop them, leave them at 1 memory because I started with Mimi, because I didn't have any level 3s, because like I said, that came up actually twice. So yeah, so like I said, he's okay. Him costing 2 to evolve, where majority of the level 4s within green do not, it was annoying, because a lot of the players were a lot smarter with like memory control than I anticipated they would be, where they would like leave me with 1 memory stuff. Usually greens are really good about doing that, leaving your opponent with 1. So him costing 2 to evolve really hurt that, because it would pass back to opponent, opposed to like Digimon here and like Kabuterimon, where both of these only cost 1 to evolve, where I could still have a turn if they left me at 1 memory, where him cost 2. It just didn't happen. So moving on, Kabuterimon, he's just okay. Once again, a lot of these level 4s are just okay. Him having 5,000 attack isn't the best, because with Digimon right here, he has 6,000. If you evolve on top of Agumon, he'll be up 7, and you can attack, and they can, if they try to block it, the blocker will be destroyed. But if you evolved Kabuterimon on top of Agumon and attack your opponent and they block it, they'll both be destroyed. So that's why he's better, because he'll live the battle, where Kabuterimon or Agumon will not. And moving on, the last level 4s we have Woodmon. We only pull 2. That's definitely something that would increase the numbers. 4 Woodmon is definitely needed. So right now we just have like the 2 Woodmon, the 2 Cherrymon, and then the 2 Machinedramon as our blockers. I wish I had the 4 Woodmon. Moving on to level 3s, we got Palmon. Palmon's actually pretty good. When played, reveal top 3 cards, add a level 4 Digimon amongst them. As you saw, we played plenty of level 4 Digimon. And so she almost always like hit her targets, because we do play a bunch of them. And if you notice, we didn't play any Togemon. 1, because we only pulled 1. And 2, with our limited number of level 5 or higher Digimon, we don't want to like risk the Togemon with it being 2 to evolve and not being able to hit a target. So yeah, so Palmon was actually really good. We do play a bunch of level 4s. Best one to play from hand. Now this Tenemon, we only had 2 Tenemon. I mean, he's okay. When you're attacking, you risk when your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less. I guess it comes up. I didn't really see him this much. This is probably my least favorite level 3 in the deck, because he does cost 1. He costs 1 to evolve, and there were several times where he was my only level. I would start the game, and he was my only level 1 in hand, and I'd have to pay 1 to evolve it, and just like leave my opponent with 1, then they'd have 1 they'd evolve for free, and then they'd be able to play another Digimon. And so I was getting behind and like caught me like game state, because he costs 1 to evolve. I could like just cast him for 2, put him on field, but then I give him 2 memory and stuff. So yeah, like I said, I do like him because he does cost 2 to play, where if I had like another one that was free to evolve, I just evolve it and then play him straight up. He's really good for that. But in situations where he is the only level 3 in your hand, he wasn't the best. And so this is probably the second best level 3 we have, Agumon, because it gives all your guys plus 1,000 during your turn. So like I said, it'll boost Vegemon up to 7, and it can get over blockers. Yeah, Agumon's just real solid. And this is probably the best level 3. It's Goblinmon. He's just free to evolve, 2 to play for man. Simple, vanilla. I like it. You know, nothing too complicated about it. And so that was our Digimon lineup. Moving on to our tamers. Played 2 Mimi. There were times where maybe I wanted more Mimi so they could be in the security, so when they attack, it get played for free. Because playing 4 is a lot. Because they're, like I said, we try to leave your opponent, we try to do as much stuff in our turn, but leaving our opponent as little memory as we can. But there were like times, like I said, where I'd get stuck at like 1 memory, and I'm like, oh, I need to play this Mimi so I just don't get memory locked the rest of the turn. So there were times where I'd play memory, play Mimi, and give my opponent either 3 or 4 memory, and that's just a lot. They can like play like 2 rookies from their hand. They can evolve if they're playing like Omnimon, red or blue, then they can evolve up for pretty cheap. They can go, you know, Dark Tyrannomon, Groundermon, or like Homon on top of it. My bad, Phoenixmon. So yeah, but Mimi is really good. Like I said, going back to the level 5s in the deck with Digitamamon, really good with Mimi. You're like attack, get memory, use Mimi to bring the other Digimon up, and then you can like pay, or you play when you're like 2 drops from your hand, so you can just get, you know, more of a board state established. Trying to like rush your opponent. Like I said, it's kind of like Rookie Rush. We played it very aggressively, and like I had a couple people know that they're like, yo, I thought, you know, green was more defensive with like Rosemon and, you know, the blocker shenanigans and stuff like that, with like Lilymon trying to like rest her stuff, where I just got in there with just like swinging security like turn 2. So yeah, Mimi's really good. Izzy's also a really good tamer. I just didn't know if he was right for this style of green. Moving on, 3 Flower Cannon. I wish I had a 4th. Would have been a lot better. Being able to hit this in security, rest all your opponent's Digimon. Really good. And pairing this with Puppetmon. This actually came up today where I like rested one of my opponent's blockers and then played Puppetmon, rested the other one, and that like secured me the game because they couldn't do anything past that. I played against this Rookie Rush. It was actually game 3, and I had no security, and I just attacked the last of his security, and he had one Digimon on the field, and then he didn't have any of the raising area, so I was able to drop the Puppetmon. Actually secured me the win. So yeah, Puppetmon's really good with Flower Cannon. So yeah, like I said, this needs to go to 4. No, I actually keep that inside. And this was the last card we played. Terror Cluster. It's like green's only removal right now. It puts when they're suspended Digimon back on the bottom of the deck, which it's really good if you can pair it with like Flower Cannon. Like if you just have the memory, like if you got Mimi up and then you like pay the 2 for this and then you put it on the bottom of the deck. Which if it's hidden the security, it plays its main effect, which you'll return when they're suspended Digimon to the bottom, but the ones who are suspended are the ones who are already attacked. So that did come up where I returned. It was in the Rookie Rush match where I returned the Armadillomon that just attacked to the bottom of the deck. Like I said, I personally think I would cut this moving forward, play another one of this and like another Puppetmon and like find space for the other 2 Woodmon. So yeah, and so for the Digitama, we actually only had 4. We had 2 and 2. Ideally, we'd like to max out on the Tanamon, because Tanamon, the turn you evolve, it gains 1,000. So it can like, once again, it can help your Vegemon like attack over like blockers and stuff. So that's really important. Like if you were to have this and not the Agumon, so it's really good in that sense. Closing thoughts for the tournament. It was a lot of fun. Real quick, just gonna go through the rounds. Round 1, we played Purple, which it played a little bit like everything. It had like Venomigusmon, Piedmon, Lilithmon, what's the other one? Beelzemon. I was just curious. I'm like, how'd you fit all this in your deck? But we did lose to that one, unfortunately. Round 2, we played against Omnimon Blue. Shout out to the guy in round 2. I apologize, I don't know your name, but he actually recognized us. He's like, hey, you're with the Digi Bros. He actually recognized it by our dice, you know. He was like, hey, are you the Digi Bros? I'm like, yeah, we are. He's like, man, you use the same dice in every video. You know, I love your videos. Shout out to him. Appreciate all the support. So yeah, he was playing Omnimon Blue. Went 2-1 against that. Actually, I apologize. That was round 3. Round 2, played against Red. I'm not sure if it was Omnimon Red, but it had like definitely some like red stuff. It was like War Greymon from the new set and stuff like that. It could have just been Red. Not sure if it was Omnimon Red. I didn't see Omnimon Reds. That was actually 2-0 against that. The Blue was 2-1 against Omnimon Blue. Round 4 was against Rookie Rush. That was 2-1 against Rookie Rush. Very close game. So yeah, Volcanic Dramon would have really helped against that. And round 5, the last round, it was Omnimon Red, and we lost to that 2-0. Once again, if I had Volcanic Dramon in the deck, it would help a lot against that. Because there was at one point he had like 3 rookies on the field, because each turn he was just like dropping like a Beomon or Monodramon. So yeah, once again, I had a lot of fun. I'd like to make some changes to this deck going forward. I know this is more Levi's style deck. Maybe I'd like to play some blue in the future, because you know I love blue a lot. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this tournament. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to playing in more tournaments. We got the official Digimon tournament coming up in the next couple weeks. And actually, starting now, we're going to have our official Digi Bros Discord down in the link below. We're talking about hosting our own, tournaments and stuff moving forward. Hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, we are the Digi Bros. Digi Bros. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you later, guys.